Hey everybody, Mungo Darkmatter here, and welcome to Solstice Day 20. And it is cold outside today. I am not even kidding you, as they say. It's 28 degrees, and you're probably thinking if you're up north, it's not that cold. But it's not really how cold it is, it's how cold it feels to you. You know what I'm saying? So, it's been really warm. It's been like spring, like whatever. It's been in the 40s. It's been up to 60 someday. So I've kind of gotten used to it being warm, and I was used to the cold a little bit, and then it warms up, and so I felt really warm, even because you get used to it being cold. I finally got used to it being warm, and it started getting cold again, and now so it feels a lot colder to me. Plus it's windy, so there's a wind chill factor, so it must feel like negative 50 degrees out there. I don't know. It feels a lot colder than it is, I guess. It's still cold. When it's in the 20s, it's cold. At least where I live it is. At any rate, I've been, and I just have this on. What was I thinking? That might be one of the reasons I'm so cold. This is just a hoodie, a hooded sweatshirt, man. It's comfortable most of the time, and it works pretty much most of the time, and I can throw another jacket over it, which I probably should have done. But it's not that warm. Particularly, I have a short sleeve t-shirt on too. So maybe it's me. Maybe the whole thing is me. I was up most of last night, at least on and off. And I'm not sure I ever slept. No, I slept a little bit. I don't know. I had the bright idea last night of I was going to register for a class, and so I just want to take one class, and so I go in to register for it, and you have to fill out an application. I go, you've got to be kidding me! Take one class out of there. I don't even care if I get credit for it. I'm just trying to take the class. So I fill out all this application. I get through all of that. And they go, oh, well, yeah, now you can register. Cool. Just go here, use this information to log in, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't work. So I go into the thing and I go, let's reset the password then. And all my information's apparently correct in there, but it's just I can't say your password. I don't know why. That's what the system said. And I tried it a few times. I messed around with it. And then finally I said, you know what, I'm going to just call the help desk. So I call up the help desk. And it takes a while. And this is off hours. And I figure off hours is good. They're 24 hours a day. Not as many people will be calling it later. Apparently I was wrong. So I started to call it. And I waited. I hung up. Then I tried again. I get through to somebody. I still had to wait. Second time I called. They go, okay, well, I'll reset your password. What the heck? It takes like 15 minutes for it to update, though. So, if you have problems, call me back. It's like I was waiting like 20 minutes to get a hold of you the first time, and now I had to wait 15 minutes for the thing to reset. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to have to call you back again. But I didn't say that to him because you're at the help desk person's mercy. If you're smart, if you have any sense of preservation, when you call up a help desk or customer service, be polite. They didn't cause your problem. They're there to help you. And if you have any sense of self-preservation, you'll do what they say, and you'll do it fast. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so the guy was really nice. And it is not his fault. But he reset it, and I knew this ain't going to work. You know what I'm saying? Can we talk? I knew it wasn't going to work. So, because I work with this stuff all day, I don't do help desk work, but I work with technology, and this stuff happens all the time. It's like, you can tell. It's like poker, it's like somebody who plays poker. You look at someone and there's a tell, they call it a tell. And whenever they have a bad hand or a good hand, they do certain things. You start to pick it up. Well, with technical problems, I know the tell. And there's something I can't describe it, but it's like this ain't gonna work because if the system doesn't reset the password, that's what the tell is. The system itself won't reset your password, and if you just reset it, it may or may not work. But I'm thinking a lot of times it's not going to work because there's a reason it's not setting it, and there's something else wrong. So I call back. The guy is really nice, really helpful, and he goes, "Yeah, I'll reset it again, but and I'll note on this that you've had it reset twice, so it will go up another to level 2. So you want to get it up to level 2 or 3. You want to talk to the level 2 or 3 person when you got a problem, because the level 1 person is going to waste your time predominantly. Unless you have a simple problem, then they can help you usually. But I mean, just take me to the level 2 or level 3. I already know what's going on. So at any rate, so he goes, I reset it, I'll put a thing on here, but you're going to wait like about 10, 15 minutes before it's reset. So I hang up, I wait 10 or 15 minutes. And it doesn't work, predictably. But you know, you always have this sense of hope. Maybe this time it will work. No, it's not going to. It didn't. So now, each of these times I'm thinking, yeah, it's getting a little late. Maybe I should just go to bed and try it in the morning. And I think, you know what? I'm going to call in so it goes to level 2 just to get it in there or whatever. Then I'll worry about it. So I call up, and I'm doing other things on the computer while I'm on the phone. Because I'm figuring, you know what, I'm on permanent ignore here. So, but then let's hold. Isn't that hold? Hold is permanent ignore or something. Anyway, so I was on hold because I was on there. I was on machine hold. I wasn't on permanent ignore. So it takes an hour, and it won't be that bad. But what's going on here is, they're playing music, and not just bad music. It's the same bad music over and over again, and it's just a loop of maybe 10, 20 seconds of the same, thing over and over. It's like a little, almost like a jingle from, no, it's not even a jingle. It's like something out of a B-70s movie, really bad music. But a loop of the major theme of it. Constantly. And if that isn't bad enough, if that is not bad enough, not only is it a loop, but I have it up too loud, so it's distorting and crackling and hurting my ears, and it's horrendous. Even if it was good music, up that high, it was too distorted. It was too high. Their volume levels needed to be adjusted. So finally somebody answers, and they go, "Oh yeah, well, we'll put this in for level 2. I see you're in here a couple of times." They go, "It will take like 48 hours, though." And 48 business hours. I think he said business hours. So that's not just 2 days. That could be, what is 48 business? It depends on how long your business is. If it's just 8 hours a day, that's a week and a half, isn't it? I'm going to have to call back, aren't I? That's what he said. He said, "Oh, you know what? You can call back." This is actually the same guy I had talked to the second time. He was still there. He must have just started his shift. You can call back, but you have to call back at 8:30 a.m. That's when the tier 2 people get in, or the level 2 people. And I'm like thinking, I'm going to call back, man. Just let them get to me. So I guess I'll wait a while. But I think it's going to come down to the fact I'm going to have to go back in there. And just fix it. Just fix the password. Just let me get in. That's all I want. I'm going to have to call back. I don't have a week. I think the class I want to register for starts in 4 days or something. I don't have a week and a half to wait to get in there. You know what? They might go through all of this, and the class might be full. Did you think of that? I just did. I'm Mungo Darkmatter, and this has been Dark Matters. Have a great day. Hopefully a much better day than I had last night. I'll see you next time.